There's a moment in every tooling shift where the product stops being a thing you use and becomes a thing you build on top of. Cognition Labs appears to believe Devin has reached it. The company's desktop client shipped a bundled update covering 4 distinct pieces. A new model called SWE 1.6, an agent command center for running multiple agents at once, a retrieval system branded Fast Context, and support for the agent-client protocol. Individually, each is an incremental release note. Together, they describe a different product category than the one Devin launched into in March 2024. Context matters here. Cognition introduced Devin in March 2024 as, in CEO Scott Wu's framing, the first AI software engineer. The initial price was $500 a month. Devin 2.0 in April 2025 dropped entry pricing to $20 and moved to consumption-based billing. Then, in July 2025, Cognition acquired Windsurf. The AI coding startup left stranded after Google hired away its leadership in a reverse acqui-hire. That deal brought Windsurf's in-house SWE model family under Cognition's roof. By August 2025, reporting placed Cognition's valuation above $10 billion. Everything in this update descends from that acquisition. SWE 1.6 is positioned as Cognition's fastest coding model. Its predecessor, SWE 1.5, launched October 29, 2025, and the company's technical write-up is the more revealing document. Cognition claimed inference speeds near 950 tokens per second, served on Cerebras hardware, and described co-designing the model, the inference, and the agent harness as one system rather than 3. That's the actual thesis. Not benchmark supremacy, latency. Cognition's own argument is that a slightly weaker model that responds in seconds beats a stronger model that responds in minutes because the human stays in the loop instead of context switching away. Whether SWE 1.6 extends that curve is, for now, a vendor claim. Fast Context addresses the least glamorous bottleneck in agentic coding, finding the right code. Most coding agents search a repository by reading files, grepping and reasoning about what they find, burning tokens and wall clock time on navigation before any work begins. On a large codebase, that discovery phase can consume the majority of a task. Cognition describes Fast Context as millisecond-scale codebase search, feeding the agent directly. If it performs as described, the practical effect isn't better code. It's that the agent stops wasting its budget orienting itself, which matters most on exactly the legacy repositories where agents currently fail. The agent command center is the structural change. It's an interface for supervising several agents working simultaneously, separate tasks, separate branches, one dashboard. The user's job shifts from writing code to assigning work, monitoring divergence, and reviewing diffs. For a solo builder, this is the difference between one conversation and a queue. You dispatch a refactor, a test suite expansion, and a dependency upgrade, then triage results as they land. For a small team, it introduces an unfamiliar problem: merge conflicts generated by machines at machine speed. Coordination overhead doesn't disappear, it moves. Here's the tension worth flagging. In June 2025, Cognition co-founder Walden Yan published an essay titled "Don't Build Multi-Agents." Its argument was blunt. Parallel subagents make implicit, conflicting decisions, and fragmenting context produces incoherent output. His stated principles were to share full agent traces, not fragments, and to prefer single-threaded linear agents. Shipping an agent command center is not necessarily a reversal. The distinction is that a human, not an orchestrator model, is doing the coordinating, and each agent owns a discrete task rather than a slice of one. But it's a distinction the marketing does not emphasize. Readers should weigh it themselves. Agent-client protocol support is the piece with the longest implications. ACP originated at Z Industries as an open, JSON RPC-based standard decoupling coding agents from the editors that host them. It's the mirror image of Anthropic's Model Context Protocol, introduced in November 2024. MCP connects agents to tools, ACP connects agents to clients. Supporting it means Devin can, in principle, be driven from a third-party editor, and that non-Devin agents can appear inside Cognition's surfaces. That is a deliberate concession of lock-in. Companies with dominant products rarely make it. Companies trying to become a default layer routinely do. Strip away the positioning and the workflow change is concrete. The unit of work stops being a prompt and becomes a ticket. Time spent authoring code shifts towards specification and review. The scarce resource is no longer typing speed. It's your capacity to verify output you didn't write. That's the honest risk. 4 agents producing plausible diffs at high speed can generate review debt faster than a small team can service it. Speed at the generation step only pays off if verification scales with it, and nothing in this release obviously solves verification. Independent benchmarking of these claims remains thin. So does this make Devin infrastructure? The evidence pointing that way is structural, not rhetorical. A proprietary model co-designed with its own inference stack, a retrieval layer, an orchestration surface, and an open protocol inviting outside agents in. That is a platform's shape. The evidence against is simpler. Infrastructure is measured by what gets built on it, and by whether it survives its vendors' pricing decisions. Devin's history includes a 25-fold price restructuring in 13 months. The features are real. The category claim is unproven. Watch adoption, not announcements.